Welcome back to the channel, folks. My name is Joel Duggan, and we're hanging out here high above West Hill with the map mod view, looking at the river, the Spruce River, that we're going to be changing a bit today. We're going to be changing the way that this river flows, I guess, through the north part of the valley. Going to streamline it a bit, make it look a little bit more like this area here. Although, I don't know how much of this we're going to narrow. I think we're going to stick with that idea of still having a lake sort of here. So I might narrow it here. I may actually change the way that this is shaped. We'll have to see. I think a lot of that is going to hinge on what gets built here. But for now, we're just going to go along and smooth things out. So we'll pick up where we left off. We have to grab some extra stuff here while we're in the keep. Cosmic, good to see you. J. Christ. Got 18 Marcel, good to see you as well. Hope everyone's having a good Saturday so far. It's beautiful here. It's really nice and sunny. It started off kind of gray this morning. I didn't think we were going to have a nice day, but it turned out to be quite nice. So we'll need the dirt, the grass, probably not the moss, coarse dirt for sure. I'm going to bring gravel. And what else might I need up there? Oh, spruce for trees. I might grow some trees. Bone meal for growing trees. And that's full. Do I have, is this place full here? No, I should take some of that stone. I'm assuming we're going to need to fill up some stone. So we'll need some room. That'll do. Esenthar, no. No, I really don't like villagers in Minecraft. I find them really annoying, so we do not have any of those. They wouldn't stay where you want to put them anyway. They just wander around and do whatever they want. They would try to find the closest, like profession block, these kind of things. And I use these in building. Like I've got composters and roofs. I've got smokers and walls. So they'd all be just facing a wall like this, trying to do something. And it's not I don't think a good mechanic in the game to try to use villagers for decoration. What else am I going to need? Not this way. I really don't think we need to have a lot more. I've got my beds. I'll bring 2 shulker boxes just in case. Oh yeah, there's barrels everywhere. Fishermen. Like look, there's 2 or 3 barrels right there. 2 more up there. Smoker in the walls, you know, like it would not work. Blast furnaces, yeah, I'd much rather use them as textures. So as I'm walking out this way, I'm going to be paying attention to how the river looks from inside the valley, but also from outside. And looking at it on the map, I know that we're going to have to go around the bend and remove a lot of the sand and the gravel. We did that over here a couple streams ago. We removed the white sand look from the bottom and the gravel, and it takes a while, but I think it's worth the effort. So things like the sand stick out immediately. And then we've got gravel and sand over here as well. I don't mind the gravel sometimes. Sometimes that can make sense. But I really like what we did in the south, where I took some coarse dirt and soul sand and placed that along these areas and gave kind of like a dirty under the tree kind of vibe. So I think we can probably do that along here and it would look good. First, we have to decide where the edge of the river is actually going to be. And for that, I think we're going to set up shop here. Now we just put all this stuff down. Dirt, grass, horse dirt, stone. Actually, we'll do gravel first. And I guess I'll put these here. These are empty. We'll need those. MindTripMedia, thanks very much for the bits. Appreciate it. Might not need those. And I have that stuff. I'll grab these though. Jaker says I've been building a base town city and I'm to something like 125 villagers. Yeah, that would just be crazy town. So I'm going to start with the other side, and I'm pretty happy with how this looks. So I'm not going to change this too much. Right? So I think the edge here looks pretty good. It's just that as it rounds around the corner, it starts to change a little bit. So I feel like we might want to make this a little smoother. Sort of see how that smooths things out. I like the idea of every once in a while one of the trees goes into the water. I feel like maybe we do that. Now here, I'd probably want to change it so it's not such a weird little... Well, you know what? That's actually not bad. Maybe I'll try not to reinvent the wheel. Oh, I didn't bring any shears. Oh, are they in here? They're in there. Never mind. It's like I could have sworn I had them closer. Need a bucket too. Turning, hello, hello. GrandpaCrafter, good to see you. I just imagine that some of this is going to get torn up. What I should do is bring that extra bed and put it on this side so I don't have to keep on jumping the river to sleep. All right, so we're going to get rid of the sand. I'll come back and get rid of the rest of it later. But I want to just focus on getting a nice, good edge here. If that looks good, yeah, it might be better to knock that back to there. We could create like a little area of reeds, which would be cool. I think here we're just going to push it back out. There's lava somewhere. Why am I hearing lava? It must be down below. The world gets pulled down here. I wonder if there's a cave. That's so strange. So this little chunk feels very odd. It's very straight. And I think what we're going to do here is we're probably going to start to round out from this. Oh, no grass. So if I can get out of the way here, all of a sudden, it hasn't really changed that much in terms of the scale, but I've smoothed it out and it feels a lot more natural. And all I'm doing is just counting in like 2s and 1s and 2s and 1s and 3s and kind of going around the corner here. So we'll probably place some stuff here. Do 2 there. Might as well keep the sand. We know we're going to use it at some point. So along here is where I think we could use some trees to kind of hide the cliff a bit. And this cliff might actually be better off being a little bit of stone. It's pretty steep. Pretty steep. So what I'd likely do here is gradually get myself out to like there and build it up. I might be able to chop it down a little bit. Stay focused on the edge of the river though, because this also goes haywire as it tries to go around the corner here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe we'll do 3 and then 2. So essentially I want to cut this off and slope this down a little bit. Try to connect this section here. We have to fill in a lot. When the sci-fi area starts, yeah, we're definitely going to need all the sand and concrete and everything else. Now see, is that going to be too narrow? Yeah, that's too narrow. That's a little bit better. And we're a lot closer. I think we have to curve that in more. Yeah, that feels a little bit more natural. Maybe we'll push this a little bit farther back. Try not to make it look too manufactured. Perfectly imperfect. Yeah, I just think we need to smooth this out a little bit. How does that feel? That's better. Oh, I didn't bring my water breathing potions. That was dumb. Right, we'll finish that up a different time. I'm not so worried about the banks as I am about getting the actual river itself finished up. Got to be Saturday, landscaping and derpy squid farming. Yeah, pretty much. Derpy Squid was my 90s garage band name. Well played, Voldare. I kind of wish that there was a tool on Twitch, and let me know if it's possible. If we could do like arbitrary geek points, you know, for puns or stuff like that. I know we have like credits, but that's just like watch time, I think. I'm thinking more along the lines of, you know, whose line is it anyway, where the points are made up so they don't matter. Yeah, I'm definitely helping the grass storage be a little bit easier to manage as well. I feel like this is kind of throwing me off, but I like where it is. I like the idea of putting some sort of like fishing thing here, but you can see like in just a few minutes, we've very much smoothed out the edge here. And the real big task is going to be removing all the sand and the gravel and changing it all back to dirt. So it all looks like, what we want it to look like is this. We want like little gravel deposits, lots of nice like bottom, you know, foliage with grass and seagrass and all that stuff. So I think the thing to do is going to be to go around the corner, because I'm happy with the shape. Yeah, we'll start going around the corner. I don't have to go too far because you really don't look up that way that far. I guess you do if you're going over the bridge facing this way, but because of the trees, we're pretty good. Like, it really just has to go to about there. Obviously this corner here, and then probably get rid of that sand. You know, like I don't really want to go much past here. I feel like that's all we need to do. So I need to go get potentially, well, I guess I'll leave it as gravel for now, and then we'll come back and we'll change it later. There are point stuff you can do, but it tends to be like watch time. Yeah, I don't think there's anything new built into Twitch. I wish there was things like mods. I mean, I understand why Twitch doesn't do it, because people would abuse it, right? I guess I could use coarse dirt instead of gravel. Elkhorn95, welcome in. Good to see you. Ray's Works, raiding with a party of 32. How's it going, Ray? Been a minute. Hope things are well. Hope things are well. We're doing some riverscaping. What were you up to in Minecraft? So this is pretty good, but it's very boring. It's very flat, very straight. I think I'd rather have this extend a little bit. Don't think I like this. Oh, that's supposed to be the wall. Whoops. That's not a rock. That's meant to be the wall coming down here. I think this just needs to come in a bit. Is that better? Yeah. And then from here, we'll just start going out a little bit more. This is all stuff I did very, very early on. So it makes sense that I didn't do a super good job. Ray said, putting all possible playerless farms into a new smaller spawn chunks coming soon. Oh, very cool. Sounds fun. We are finishing up some of the touches in West Hill Valley. So we've been working for anybody that coming in that's new, first time here with Ray's Raid. Again, Ray, thanks very much for sharing your community. I stream 3 to 4 days a week, and we've been building this medieval town for about 3 years on weekends. We're up here in the north. We're smoothing out this lake river sort of situation, making it look more like this. So we're going to smooth it out and make it look tidy and do some decoration and stuff, because it is kind of like the first impression that you get when you come into the valley. Speaking of impressions, let's turn on some nice lighting. So I'm basically turning the Minecraft generated jank into something nicer. We've been doing this whole area for a while. We're kind of building this out to make it feel like a gradual transition from the woods to the civilized town, which is quite large. It's like 20 chunks or something from tip to tip. And if you are listening, then you know that I talk about this every week on the Spawn Chunks podcast, which is every Monday. Comes out YouTube, podcast apps, wherever you get your podcasts. You get a new episode of the Spawn Chunks with myself and Pixelriffs. Wildy Coyote, hello. Jack241, thanks for coming in. Thanks for the follow, Spokes. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just going around the edge here and smoothing out the river. Kind of step one is getting the edge the way that you want it, and then I just kind of work in from there. So here we've got this little wall that kind of curves around and has no texture or detail, so that's going to have to be fixed. Don't let me forget to add this to the book. I obviously forgot to finish this wall, because the wall over there is done, right? So let's go with, how do I want to do this? I'd say curving that is not the right answer. Let's put that there. I'm going to put a piece of gravel down here. We're going to use the edge of the wall as one of the edges of the river here. And I think maybe we'll curve in a little bit sooner. So trying to ignore the sand. That looks pretty good. Maybe do 2 there. Don't often get to watch streams. The first time seeing all of these fields. I love the design that's going into them. Thanks very much, Penguin. Appreciate that. I think the trick to make them look more realistic is to leave a space, like it's to have little pathways that, you know, a farmer could walk down in between them. And different levels, like tiers. Some are higher, some are lower. And of course at the end, there's either a wall or a border. Sometimes it's, oop, crap. Did I just break? No. I don't know what was there. I don't think it was wheat. Giving it kind of like an old stone broken down wall. And then some walls are sturdier than others. The walls over there are like 2 blocks high. Kind of gives it a sense of history. But already that just feels a little bit nicer. That's nice and smooth. All right. So then we'll just work on this side. So just, it's taking like little things like this and just removing that, putting that there. So here I think we're probably going to go with like a coarse dirt texture. Make it, we'll go with a mix of stuff and I'll do the detail later. But for now, the shape of it, I just want it to be a little bit different. Got a bed here somewhere. No worries, Ray. I know very often people have to raid and run. Appreciate it. Thanks again for sending over your crew. I will take good care of them. Nice chill afternoon. We only just started, so good time. Good time to come in. Oh, that's a little bit too... That's going to make things too narrow, I think. Yeah, I like that curve, so we're going to keep it. I'm just going to change it from gravel to something else. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. That's a little bit straight. Let's back that up. Thanks again for the follow. Appreciate it. Oops. So we'll get rid of some of this odd texture so it won't be so distracting. I find the map really helpful for stuff like this. I can kind of use a little thumbnail in the top corner and be like, oh yeah, there's a couple spots here I've got to refine. I'll take the free gravel though. We don't yet have a piglin farm for this stuff, so I noticed that my shulker box is a little bit low. And I've got more dirt and grass I know what to do with, so good to have this. I don't necessarily go crazy and get all of it, but I'll definitely take a quick stack or so. Oh, we're out of dirt. And we already have like 2 or 3 shulker boxes full of sand, so I'm not terribly worried. As you do with the other riverbank areas, there is a point where you'll stop where you can't see from various vantage points. Yeah, like it's just around the corner, I think. So for example, like here's a nice little point of interest. And you really can't see anything beyond about there. So like that point, which on the map is like right here. And we've also got the path that comes in. And I'm not going to be too worried about that. because it's not done either. That's the thing. Like, I don't want to start changing the river based on what you can see from this path, because this isn't finished. And coming down this path here, once I turn around, like, sure, you can see the river, but like there could be a tree right here. I don't know. You know, I mean that would be easier. Like, rather than worrying about what that river looks like down there, we can just plant trees right here and you'd never see it. You're just not going to know. Like, little things, like maybe I might fly over and replace like 6 blocks of sand with grass, but that would be it, right? Because once you're down into here, you're going to be looking where you're going. This is in the way. You can't see anything over here. There's a little peak here, but like nothing crazy. This is what I was more concerned about. Like, this is where I want, there to be some cool design here. So like, I want there to be some nice textures and stuff happening. We'll come up with something that looks nice here. Because it might be an invitation to be like, oh wow, cool, this is a nice view, and then from here, again, like the immediate area I would want to get fixed, but like it won't take long to remove a little bit of sand, and that's probably about where I would stop. But you're not necessarily coming up here and stopping and looking this way, because by the time you're here, you see this, right? So the whole thing is kind of geared to turn you this way. And again, a tree right here, for example, I have a sapling on me, like just bam, and see how much this covers up, right? Like, no longer an issue. It also helps steer the player. Like, as you walk through here, you come up here and you're like, well, I'm not going that way, right? That's a really quick fix for people worried about sight lines and viewing stuff in their worlds. Like, just plant a lot of trees. Speaking of, I find that one very distracting. We're going to chop that down right now. Since I'm back over here. I'm going to leave the trunk just to say that there was a tree here, but I think there should be maybe like a custom, maybe we'll get like a custom tree or something. So I'll leave that was a natural tree, I'm pretty sure. We'll find out, actually. None of those decay, then it wasn't. It was something that I placed down. What did I need? I needed dirt. That was the thing. We might actually have to go get more dirt. That's crazy. That's a fun little emote. I like the note-taking animation. I should do that, something like that. Have myself holding a pencil. That'd be fun. So it's a kind of a weird wide bend, but I think it's smoothed out. There's just a couple of blocks over there that I might tweak. So just little spots like this where you might want to soften this curve. That's probably good. A weird chunk right there. Right. So some of this will get a little bit more shallow as we add in the different textures and remove all the sand and stuff. We started over here. We got a little bit more done over that way. Oh, it was a natural tree. Cool. So I need more dirt. Well, am I going to be harvesting more dirt? Probably. I'll still go get a few more stacks. And I need to go get my potions, my water breathing potions. It's getting to the point now where I'm working so far away that one rocket is not quite enough to get me all the way to the door. Jack, I'll do all that decorating later. That I won't get to that this stream, so I'm not worried about bringing out things like ferns and grass and texture blocks and all that stuff. I'm focusing on just getting the edge of the river was all I wanted to get sorted, which we basically just did. And then the rest of it is going to be spent getting the river bed sorted. Snow Awake, welcome in. Thanks for saying hi. Hope you're having a good Saturday so far. So if I go up a little bit higher here, see this nice. It looks a little bit clean right now, but you can see the difference between something like this, right? And then something like this. Once we get things decorated over here with bone meal and the basics, I think we should be good. This whole town project has expanded into the valley recently just because I'm waiting on figuring out some data packs and some problems that I can't finish really my checklist until I get that stuff figured out. Might as well put those in the inventory. So I like this like little plateau here, but we're going to go down more steeply. And I think I need to just go all the way back around the corner and start from essentially the beginning. I'll throw some spruce trees down too, see what we get. Yeah, so some of this is going to come out. So where would be a good spot for more trees? Probably over here. We're just going to randomly put these down and see what happens. They won't grow unless they get like a 3x3 around them, so you got to be careful. There. I don't know if I need more along there. Well, maybe, yeah. Maybe one down here. So again, we'll fix that up depending on what happens. And then along here, same thing. Actually, let's maybe boost that a little bit. See what we get. Why am I so far out? So we've got zones on the server. And there's a command block that teleports you about 10,000 blocks away from the main zone. So this whole continent that I'm on is designated as medieval fantasy. And then that way your giant castles and cool towns don't end up being the backdrop for someone's skyscraper or weird farm. And so if we go back, you can see like here's the main area on the server, like Spawn Town and Cosmic's wild area of flowers and pink. You know, another wheat field. There's farms and different things that people have done. So I'm probably going to have to go back here today. Actually, I need some more gunpowder. So that it just keeps things separate. We also have Modern City, and what's the other zone? Cosmic. Oh, the 118 area is the other spot, and that's just an area that people can go to if they're looking for new content, if they're looking for new chunks, then they know that they can go there and get the right stuff. All right, so I'm going to need water breathing, coarse dirt. And I can't remember what I decided the bottom was. I think it was this, which is 58. And sometimes I leave big rocks like this. Like maybe we'll just try to make this into a cool shape. Right, so all this is going to be coarse dirt. So this is the floor, the riverbed. And this will just save me a lot of time and decoration stuff in the future. Wasn't exactly a clear sentence. By filling things in, I don't have to do as much like bone meal and other decorative, we'll say designs. Like I don't have to think about things if they're already pretty shallow. I do have to get some kelp to fix that water. So sometimes I come across things like this rock and I just say, you know what, I'll just leave it there. Saves me a bit of digging. All right, so it's 2 down from the top. So that's that side done. And sometimes it looks good, sometimes it doesn't. We may have to change that a little bit. It's not bad. I feel like I could use more dirt maybe back here. Maybe we'll cut this end down a little bit. Yeah, that'll probably be okay once we change it out and have some grass on top of it. I find sometimes rocks look better if they're almost chunkier. You know, if you try to make them too round, they don't look right. That looks like it was all done last time. So here is where I started to do a little bit of a shift. So I'm going to sleep here so I can see what I'm doing. Gappy the Twitch guy. Good to see you. We get any trees? I don't think so. Oh, one of them grew up. Looks like one of them grew. Let's see what else happens. I guess I can go get rid of that sand over there now too. It's funny, sand actually looks pretty good in the minty green taiga. You wouldn't think it would, but it actually doesn't go too bad. Break time when you're ready, says Cosmic. Well, that sounds like a good idea. We'll do that before I get wrapped up in this. For anybody that's new, I tend to take a break about once an hour. How much do I... Yeah, well, it's only a minute left. That's fine. Oh, I don't have those on. So this gives me a chance to maybe grab another cup of coffee, snack. You should too. Grab a friend, let them know that we're live. And I'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. Be right back. All right, let's go see if we can smooth out the rest of this river. Farmer Man, hello, welcome in. One way to do it. Oh, I guess I should drink my water breathing potion too. So I will have to change all of this anyway. So I'm gonna have to go coarse dirt. That's fine. One of the things I was thinking of in terms of the new build area with the sci-fi zone was like, where do I want to put it? I was thinking about doing it in a mushroom island or a mushroom field, I guess is what they're called. But because I don't want any spawns, but at the same time, I want to do some farms, like some mob farms. So I might have to try to find an area that is, what's the word I want to say? Like close to a mushroom island. Now this, I think I want to come out at least that far. Maybe we'll come back a little bit. That probably looks okay. Yeah. So here, I think we're going to push this to kind of come in a little bit more. I think it's out a little bit too far. I'm going to come in by a block, I think. Right about here. Yeah, it feels like it curves the wrong way almost. Oh, I see what I've done wrong. Okay. I think it needs to follow closer here. and then go out farther in this section here. Or am I messing with the wrong one? I think I'm messing with the wrong one. No, I haven't bothered with a conduit just because I get through this so quickly that it's just never really a big deal. That's a little bit better. And then here, we'll just move this a little tighter. And then round it out. That should look better. Still a little straight. Well, that's better. Follows the curve of the shore a little bit more, I'd say. And then from here, we can just go straight down how we were going before. Not straight down, but like just follow the staircase pattern down. And I guess this is what I decided was their bottom, 55. So all that's gonna go. Yeah, I can't remember exactly. I think it's just that I don't know if I even have. I know I have the stuff to make a conduit, but it doesn't make sense to build one because I'm constantly coming up to get other blocks and the potions. The potions are free. I just have to go get them. Maccast has got like a potion farm, so it's fine. Yay, more dirt. Yeah, there is that. There is that aspect of it. Yeah, this is obviously going to change. And as you can see, we have quite a few potions. Got a couple more trees over there, doing a good job of hiding the cliff. Got another one there. I like it. It's quick as long as it's dirt. Once we start getting down far enough that it turns into stone, it does take a bit longer. I may actually just leave a lot of this regular dirt rather than doing coarse dirt. Might be easier. Saves me trying to store all this dirt too. Just a few stacks hanging around. Oh, if you're working on a build underwater, absolutely. Like if you're doing like Alistair has got conduit power because he's doing Stargate Atlantis and like he's underwater all the time. That would drive me crazy. I don't want to play underwater. I don't like the mechanics that much. I would, you know, when we built our Guardian farm, the first one, we didn't have a conduit. And if I ever go back to like spruce up that area or do something, like I will absolutely bring a conduit with me. Because they didn't exist, I don't think. Or if they did, we just didn't have the capacity to make one. We're almost there. I think one more level. Yep. I knew this was going to be the biggest chunk to take out. Alright, that goes there, there. Missed a spot here. Oh, nope, that's wrong. What's going on here? There we go. Right, so I can either cover that with coarse dirt or I can cover that with regular dirt. And I'm probably going to do regular dirt because you're not going to be able to see the coarse dirt. So we'll probably do it that way. I don't have to remember to keep drinking potions. If I forget, then I just drown. Game just reminds me on its own. Cosmic was resource gathering mangrove leaves. A lot of water. As I chopped it down, it went everywhere. What do you mean, what went everywhere? I really don't like harvesting mangrove trees. I think they're a real pain. I like the tree farm that Exumavoid and Rendog are making on Hermitcraft this season. I might try to add that to my sci-fi area. The whole idea behind my sci-fi area is going to be to make like a cool sci-fi looking build, but then also have a lot of automatic farms. Kind of what I want. I think I might even just fill this in. 56 might be deep enough. Saves me some time and some mining. Let's go, since we've got this sorted out, let's just see where our river bottom would be and how big the lake bottom would be. It'd still be plenty big. Because of the mangrove trees are in water, I was chopping trees down. Some of the resources ended up in water, and some of the water was flowing. So then, so there were items. Oh, items in the water. Yeah. Oh wow! Did not expect that to happen. I guess it was a thunderstorm. So they all spawned far away. Any creepers? I could use some gunpowder. Free string. Can't complain. Yeah, so I think because of that quick measurement over there, we'll probably fill in the bottom here. That will help with some of the dirt. We just basically harvested it and then repositioned it to be better for us. I'll be curious to see when I go back to the gunpowder farm to see if there's been anybody in the area enough to keep it going. Be a nice little tour. All right. Yeah, this will be quite a lot of dirt, actually. Oh, good. Don't like the camera angle. I wish that your camera... Like, I wish you didn't, like, stick to the ground in a weird way. There's like a weird gravity that happens when you're in swim mode, and it pulls you down. You float a lot more when you're standing up in water as opposed to when you're swimming. I think that's one of my biggest beefs with being underwater in Minecraft, is like I don't like the camera controls in swim mode. Oh, mangrove trees, it's just so much work for so little, right? I think that's one of the things that I think they got wrong in that, you know, Mojang will often talk about reward or time in versus reward out, and the amount of time it takes to grow or harvest mangrove trees versus what you get out of it, not good. You get lots of roots and lots of leaves. Like if you like the mangrove leaf block, you're golden. But if you want the wood, my gosh. Like I feel like they need to have maybe like a second kind of mangrove tree where it's like the dark oak, like it's two blocks thick in a lot of places. I think that you'd get a lot more wood for your trouble, and I think that would probably be a better balance. Not all of them, but like, you know, if there was a chance that you can get a big fat one from time to time, that would be good. I don't want to go too far because I have not done anything up here yet either. All right, grab that. Not quite sure what's happening there. We'll probably have to put some more stone down. Sort that out. This is going to get filled in. I guess we could allow that to go up a little bit here. So I don't have to like fill the bottom of the river the entire way around. I don't actually know. I'm sure that there is a limit to how Minecraft generates rivers. Like there's probably like a depth where it says, all right, well, don't make a river deeper than X unless it's going into an aquifer or a cave or something. Plenty of gunpowder in the creeper farm. Cool. Thank you. Good to know. I wonder who's been playing it. I guess, Cosmic, I don't think you would load it. Maybe MacCast? I don't know who would load the creeper farm. I only ever really need like 9 stacks at a time anyway. So it's a pretty efficient farm, so even just like passing through the area is pretty easy. Unless someone was AFK at the other farms, like the carrot farm or something like that. All right, so let's just make this slope with regular dirt. So I can save myself on the coarse dirt. That gets to there, and then there's a lot of prep, but once you start going, it can actually go quite quickly. hard to talk and aim at the same time, weirdly. Unless you screw up. Actually, this could probably be a solid one like this. And I'll try to keep little patches of gravel like that just because it saves me some work. To Mr. Cosmic's amusement, I cannot talk and do anything at the same time, says Cosmic. Yeah. I'm pretty good at it. Especially if I'm in Minecraft and I'm talking about what I'm doing, or if I'm playing a new video game and I'm trying to figure it out. Like, I feel like I can talk through that learning process or descriptive stuff. Like, that stuff is pretty easy. Like, look at all the sand. Just from stripping out. And we're not even getting all of it. Like, I'm leaving some behind on purpose just for time's sake. I'm not complaining. It means we've got lots of sand. So one of the things I was tossing around on the Lego Let's Chat yesterday, that VOD will be up on YouTube tomorrow, by the way. One of the things that we were talking about was potentially having like a stream goal to have a webcam, like a lot of the folks on Hermitcraft do. I know Johnny does it, so I'm thinking about adding that, and also figuring out like what logistics, like what I would need to get, whether I would just get a webcam, because it wouldn't be very big. It would be small, probably, well, bigger than the map, but probably like, what's my key for zooming in on the map? Yeah, not that big, but not that tiny either, somewhere in between. And it would probably be on, I guess I'd put it on the left-hand side. I'm not sure where I would put it. It depends, because I look to my left to look at the chat room, so I'd probably put it somewhere where it would make sense. Do I have gravel on me? I do. So in situations like this, I like to try and make it feel like the gravel is a little, I don't know, like it's bleeding into the surrounding area, a little bit less stark. And something that's really good for that is coarse dirt. And this is just for me. I know you can't see it. It takes 2 minutes and makes me feel better. Yeah, just simple, but goes a long way. And I don't know if you can see that from the shore. You probably can't. You might be able to see it from the bridge. Be up high enough. Once that's covered in some grass. You know, probably not. You're probably not going to get close enough. No, you don't really see it at all. Maybe from over here. But it's probably less work to do that than it is. You can't see it at all. Than it is to like remove it all and smooth it all out. So Well, we've got this side pretty much done. I don't think I've missed anything. Oh, this spot here. Again, we'll leave a rock just for fun. Thanks for the follow, Matty Canny. Appreciate it. PL Andrew paying me a nice compliment. I haven't played Satisfactory in a long time. I will get back to it eventually, but right now I really want to spend what time I have available to stream trying to finish up this project in Minecraft. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that there's some updates coming to Minecraft, and I kind of want to get this finished so that when the new updates hit Minecraft, I can just move right onto those. Do I want to start having a face cam? Not particularly. It's not something that's high on my list, but I know that statistically, channels with face cams grow faster, right? Like if I was an established channel if I was doing this full time and I had really consistent income from Twitch, I probably wouldn't bother with it, right? Like I wouldn't give it the time of day if I didn't really feel the need. But I think in order to grow the channel, I think that I'm going to have to do something like that. So I'll go to the bridge and then we'll backtrack. Basically, I want to get like a good feeling on where the bottom is going to be. So take this section out and we'll put coarse dirt down. I'm going to keep the clay though. Whoops. Yeah, like I said, I don't particularly want a face cam, but it's not like it's something that I think I just have to get over and start doing because of platforms like TikTok and YouTube and being able to engage and draw in another, like additional viewers. I feel like it'll go a long way. I think that's the thing is that if I did that, my VODs, like the video that I have, would become immediately usable on other platforms a lot easier. Yeah, did I not miss that? Did I not get that, Cosmic? I think I said hi to Matty Canny and thanked BL Andrew for the compliment. You have thoughts about a face cam? BL Andrew is here. Hello. I didn't know you were looking. How are things going in the Satisfactory world? Have you crashed all things yet? So part of this I wanted to expand a little bit. At Fixmas, you broke the game in so many ways. Wow. Well, thanks, Cosmic. Appreciate it. Turing says that it sucks that you feel obliged to get a cam in order to grow. Well, thanks. No, I appreciate that. And I think the thing is, like, I sort of see it as a kind of a gimmick to kind of get more people in. And, you know, like there are definitely times where I can see it coming in handy. Specifically on things that are more chatty, like the Lego Let's Chat, perhaps. But then, like, Lego Let's Chat, like, my head is going to be down looking at the table. So, like, it may or may not be something that I do for everything, but we'll see. All right, so one of the things here I wanted to do is I wanted to have this go out a little bit farther. So I thought this might be a small point of interest right here. Just to give a little bit more greenery happening. Yeah, that's probably good enough. And then we can just do regular dirt from here on down. But BL Andrew, I really appreciate the support and the nice, kind words. Very nice of you to share. Had such a binge on Minecraft last fall. What do you do in Minecraft, BL Andrew? Do you tend to do like technical builds like you do in Satisfactory? I'm gold. Yep, we're still on Citadel. We're here in West Hill. We're working up here in the north. We're smoothing out this river and getting rid of some of the ugly like 1.16 world gen and replacing it with some nicer stuff. It's just honestly I'm doing it because it's kind of like an easy task, but also I'm trying to finish the town, but I've got some data packs and stuff that are being problematic, and I feel like we're pretty close to a minor release from Minecraft, so I'm kind of stalling a little bit. One of the things I think I am going to do, though, I need to talk to everybody else on the Citadel about this, but there's a data pack on Hermitcraft that adds 1.21 blocks, like the crafter and the tough blocks, without adding trial chambers. So I might get the crafter and add that to the game. I certainly want the crafter when I move to the sci-fi area, and if the crafter isn't out at that time, I'm probably going to take the plunge and we'll deal with it later when it comes out. Vanilla and very intensive builds. I did underwater dome base last year. Probably took 500 hours. Oh wow, okay, yeah. So same vibe as what you get going on Satisfactory. Very cool. I think the thing that gets me about really big Minecraft builds like that is because you can't place more than one block at a time in Minecraft, and I don't want them to change that. You know you're in for a grind. And there's not an easy way. I guess it depends on whether you've got some data packs and stuff available. Some quality of life mods like Lightmatica or something like that can help you with like not having to count every block and all that stuff. Oh, thanks, I'm Gold. I mean, I really like, you know, I like doing this. It's not like it's hard for me to get excited about playing Minecraft. Like I find as an artist, you know, a career artist, that this game really scratches that creative itch. And there's definitely been times in the last little while where like I just don't have a lot going on outside of podcasting and streaming. And I really feel that streaming games like Minecraft, like Satisfactory, scratch that I want to make something today itch that a lot of creators get. Visual artists, I think, specifically. But also, I'm sure musicians deal with the same sort of vibe. Oh, that's not right. Looks right to me. You love the grinding aspect. Yeah, I mean, I think that it's definitely rewarding. Like when you've put in the time, you've done the planning. I like the long process of creating a redstone farm or a contraption or something. Like I think when I did Cosmic's flower farm under Somerville, it was a long time of planning it, doing a couple of tests, making it look nice. And then finally, after it was all decorated and we knew it was functioning, turning it on for the first time and seeing it all work and kind of sing together is really satisfying. In the same way that, you know, the Satisfactory builds are. I find the same thing actually about these river projects where like it's not the most exciting build when it's done, but it creates such a strong vibe over the whole area when it's completed properly in the way that I like. And I know that no matter where I look, I'm going to see nice, you know, foliage looking the way that I want. I'm going to control the view of the player, have them see the things. Is this the bottom? No, it's not the bottom. And it doesn't take all that long. I mean, like I can get a pretty solid amount of work done in a 2-hour stream. And it serves a couple of purposes too. Like we get all these resources, which is great. Oops. Maybe I'll leave some of this gravel here. Get rid of the sand. So I did start off the stream with the map view. So there'll be a cool kind of before and after what this area looks like. Well, there's even the stuff around the bend. That stuff is also untouched. So you'll be able to see the difference. Love the podcast. You inspire a lot of us. Nihilist. I think that's how you say that. Nihilist. Yeah. Thanks very much. I'm glad you like the spawn chunks. Check out the Citadel Cafe too. Also free. Wherever you get your podcasts. Look at all the blocks. My gosh. Yeah, this past week, the published podcast for the Citadel Cafe was all about video games. So we started off talking about like Star Wars and stuff and Marvel, but we eventually got into Ryan and I talking about the video games that we are looking forward to in 2024. And one of them, I'm going to pronounce it incorrectly, I think. Kanishigami, I think is how it's spelled. It's from Capcom, and it's going to come to Game Pass, but I don't know when. There's no real release date on it. So you can see the difference that this makes. It takes a little while to get done. But to me, I think that really, really helps. And once it's covered with greenage and all kinds of good stuff, it'll look a lot better. But you can see like the difference here versus all that. And I know it's the map view, but I mean, you notice it as well in the world. Oh, I don't have those on. You know, like that versus even just seeing that. It's a weird look. So for anybody that's been coming in new, this is what we want to have for the rivers, like little patches of interest, foliage and grass and all that kind of stuff. And we did this a little while ago down here on some of the deeper parts of the river. This we just completed last weekend. So it looks a lot nicer, right? I mean, it's getting dark, so it's hard to see, but usually more into grand strategy games like Total War, Hearts of Iron, serious games. What was the one that Ryan really wanted to get into? He's a fan of the original. I think Frostpunk 2 is the one that Ryan was excited about. That's a strategy game, I think, right? What was on my list? My list was Kanishigami. They're all actually they're all linked on thecitadelcafe.com right now. If you go to the website, Kanitsugami. Thank you, Cosmic. That's the link. Yeah, Kanitsu. I forgot the T. But yeah, if you go and check out the website, I think I was able to link to every game we mentioned. It feels really steep and flat bottomed. I might actually add a layer of dirt, but from the shore, I don't think it's going to matter. So I guess we now have to go around on this side. Did we do all of this? Obviously, we haven't done that side yet. Oh, yes. All of that has to get sorted out. Oh, first I gotta dump my inventory. Thanks, yeah, Cosmic. That's the episode in question. 476. Can't believe we're coming up on 500 episodes. I'm hoping to do that this year. Last year we barely got one episode out per... I'm just going to put all of the sand in one shulker box. One episode out per month, and I really want to get a minimum of 2. I would want to get 4. I really wish I can get 4 out a month, but all of my co-hosts have become super busy as their kids have gotten older. With the exception of Steven, whose kids are now so old that he has a lot more free time. keep that. Coarse dirt. Got lots of that. All right, let's see if we can get rid of this patch of sand here. Thank you, Cosmic. Appreciate it. This section should be a little bit easier. At least until we get around, because it's mostly just taking the dirt down to the next level. Oh crap, that's all supposed to be coarse dirt. Whoops. I always want at least the top level to be coarse dirt because you can see those textures from the surface quite easily. Oops. I should probably go get that gunpowder too, so I can have that for next time. I'm really bad at making a note like, oh yeah, I'm really low on gunpowder. Maybe that's something I should do off stream, like go replenish that so that the next time I stream, I don't have to worry about it. And I never do that. I never remember to go and do that. So we'll do that at the end of the stream here. Oops. I'll have to repair the shovel too. I think that's how we ended the last stream as well. And that's fine. I think that's also realistic. You know, like I notice a lot, and I'm aware of it because I play Minecraft and I spend a lot of time doing content, but I've been watching a lot of Hermitcraft lately, as I think a lot of people have. And man, there's a lot of cuts where they jump from something being non-existent to a build being finished. And you're like, that was 4 hours of work at least, if not more, that you just completely glazed over. And I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying that I like the fact that people can tune into my streams and see, oh yeah, it's going to take 45 minutes to go, well, not 45 minutes, but it's going to take 15 or 20 minutes to go repair a shovel and get some more gunpowder, and all that stuff is just going to take a bit, you know? It's the kind of things that people don't necessarily think about when they're building something or seeing something else built. Like the amount of time that I've spent on Westhill, like I don't shy away from saying like it's been 3 years on the calendar. Like that's a long time, but it's also consistently Saturdays and Sundays because I have that freedom, right? Oh, I'm out of coarse dirt. It helps when you can bring in some income to justify the time. I remember when I first started playing Minecraft, I was like, I am spending so much time in this game that I really have to turn it into some sort of stream or podcast or hobby or something, because I need to justify the amount of time that I was spending. Oh man, yeah, I think, and it's at a certain point, like it becomes a lot easier to do that kind of stuff on Hermitcraft. I shouldn't say easy, I said easier, when you are able to do it for your job. You know, it's like when I switched from being like a student where I had to draw and do freelance and like all that kind of stuff to finally getting a job in animation and working as an artist full time back in the early 2000s. Like you get better at it night and day faster when it is your job. It's so much easier. Because you can put in the hours, you can justify putting in the time and the effort, like all that stuff. It's a weird transition. Yeah, switching to dirt on these lower levels is probably a really good idea. Helps to see this side of Minecraft where things take time. Helps with the this makes me this is taking me ages feeling. Yeah, I think that if somebody is playing on their free time and they're frustrated that they're not getting a lot done, I think that, you know, when you see other players, you know, and the hermits do that. Like the hermits stream and they do stuff like that where you can see them take an absolute eon to get their weather skulls. And I think too that when they start a new world, like a lot of that early game grind, like mining for diamonds and like all that stuff, they don't show that on camera because people have seen that 100 times on YouTube. But they go and they stream it. They spend some time with their communities. They hang out with people. I find it particularly entertaining when they get on mic with other hermits, because then it's, you know, and we do that on the server here too sometimes, where you've got the time to jump on audio, voice over IP, and go do some mining or chop down trees or whatever and just talk. I think the last time I did that, Alistair had not been to the mangrove swamp. And so took him out there, jumped on mic, just kind of told stream that I'm probably not going to see much in the chat because I'm talking with Alistair, and it was fun. It was really a nice way. It makes that kind of grind way more palatable, you know, than it is when you're just kind of doing it in a vacuum on your own, right? Oh, I have the Nembon Gold Farm. That's what I have. That's what I have. We actually have it in the nether, actually. You'll see it because I'm gonna go repair this shovel here and get some gunpowder. Alright, we'll stop there. I'll just be easy to remember where I stopped because it looks like hot garbage. That's fine. That makes sense. And then I think that's all done correctly. So I think that's that whole lake area finished, right? Like I think we sculpted the river edge all the way around. I don't think we did. I don't know if I did anything over there. I think I did. Yeah, like that's that whole area, with the exception of this weird cave thing that we have to fill in over here. But that's everything done. For the shaping of stuff. Yeah, like I still have just this little hole has to get filled in, but that is something I might even do like in between streams, just because like that's monotonous. Cool. So let's go repair the shovel. We'll get some gunpowder and prepare for tomorrow. Something else I like to make a habit of is leaving Minecraft kind of like how you arrived. So if you had things sorted into your shulkers and you know you were organized at the start, then nothing is more frustrating than logging into an inventory full of crap. And you're just like, oh gosh, like I don't even know where to start. What was I doing when I left off? So this way you just have a clean slate and don't have to worry about it. So I will bring bow and sword and arrows because we're going to go to the nether to repair that. I'm going to empty this into, it's so weird to finally have your pickaxe on 3 instead of 1 and 2. That, I guess I might as well just leave that there. I will bring this in case I need it. Don't need a bed. It's just, I'll bring a shulker box for gunpowder, but I've got that one on me. And that was it. Just gunpowder and repairs, right? I went looking through my shulkers and I did not have any. I feel like there's some gunpowder in the modern city, but I'm pretty sure I brought that there for TNT, not for arrows. So we'll get at the original, the OG farm. All right, this is going to take a minute here. Flowers. Oh, that doesn't fit there. Fits there. Ink sacks are over here somewhere. Sticks don't fit there. I think my clay box might actually be full. I'm getting there. Oh, that's full. I'm really looking forward to cleaning this area up and getting rid of this and deciding what to do down here. I think it'll be fun. Do I have string over here? Oh, I do now. Andesite. Perfect. Empty shulker box for gunpowder. And we're good to go. Yeah, it was for TNT for the concrete. Yep. Hunter 555. Not at all here. Giving you a shout out anyway. An imaginary shout out. Boy, I'm much happier with that. I think it'll be cool to have a little point of interest here too. Something that kind of pull you, like a little path to pull you here. Because that's a really pretty view. I quite like that with the reflection of the house and the river. And this will look really great when it's got a lot of moving grass and stuff in it too. Oh, there's a bed there. So somebody was asking earlier why I was 10,000 blocks away. So you're going to see the command block implementation, which I think is really cool because it's just vanilla. You know, like it's in the game. You have to have admin privileges on your world or you're on your server. So like not everyone can do it, but only Alistair and I think, are admins on the Citadel. And so I just was able to set up these command blocks that teleport you, but they also face you in a specific direction when you land. So it looks like you're coming out of a quote unquote portal. The portals are all at the world hub. I say portal, they're like glass frames. They're meant to look like portals, but they don't actually function like a nether portal. But then you pop out in this little fort. So this is how you arrive in the area. And that's why I wanted to fix up the way that it feels when you enter into Westhill. I want it to feel nice because that's how other people in the server and people that I might give a tour to would experience it. So yeah, you press the button. That's the quote unquote portal. And there's a command block buried down there. I think there might be one underneath that one too. Doesn't matter which button you press. You end up going right back where I came from. And we've got a couple of these. There's another one that takes you to the south part of the medieval area. And then the yellow one over there somewhere. Can't quite see it. Anyway, that's the 118 area. Oh, do I have I do have my Electron. So first things first, we'll get the gunpowder. That's going to be back in Dartmouth Meadows. I think you face east. Yep. It's over here somewhere. Oh, there it is here. I'm not here with shaders on very often. It's cool. Oh, sweet. I forgot that this was a glow ink farm, too. I have to be careful because this little mod that shows the animation of this stuff going back and forth, it'll crash if I'm not careful. I think that should be fine. I don't think I'm going to need much more than that. That's good. I don't remember this being here either. That's cool. Cherry farm. Provides a nice kind of ambiance as you're going to the creeper farm. It's like all these floaty pink petals. That's cool. I wish more things in Minecraft did that. Like I wish we had more things that did that. It would be neat if we had a couple of like fall leaf color blocks and each one would have like a different color leaf that would fly in the air. You could create some really pretty environments. Really, really pretty environments. So that's gunpowder done. Easy breezy. Yeah, I think it was designed before the glow ink actually happened. I didn't realize it was a glow ink farm. That's good to know, because if I need some glow ink for the sci-fi area, then that's excellent. That's really good to know. I think I was okay for water breathing potions. I think I only had I had at least a row. I had at least 9, probably 12 still left, so that's fine. I guess I should have shown people the farm. I was outside of it. It's a donut farm. It's in the middle of a lava lake. It's not nothing you haven't seen before. It's just not on the roof of the nether, that's all. That probably repaired half of my elytra right there. Yep. Do I have anything in here that needs repair? No, should be good. Turn this down. All right, folks, that's where I'm going to leave you. This will be repaired for tomorrow. I'll be back streaming again at 1 o'clock Atlantic on Sunday. That's UTC minus 4 hours until the time changes. And we're going to pass you along to somebody else playing Minecraft. Cosmic, if you wouldn't mind throwing some options in chat, that would be great. I do a Spawn Chunks podcast every Monday with Pixel Riffs. It's all about Minecraft. News, gaming development, discussion, all that kind of stuff. That is happening live in the Discord. The Spawn Chunks Discord, I should specify, every Monday. And then speaking of live recordings, the Citadel Cafe records live in my Discord on Wednesdays whenever I can get a co-host to join me. So that's very often, at least once, if not twice a month. So that is where things are hanging right now in the podcast sphere. You can follow me on social media at Joel Duggan, very easy to find. And of course, Joel Duggan here on Twitch. Thanks for all the new follows today. I really appreciate the raid from Ray's Works. If you have not checked out Ray's Works, please go do so. You can follow them on Twitch and I'm sure on Twitter as well. I think they have a YouTube channel and they do a lot of technical stuff. So a lot of fun there. Thanks again to BL Andrew for the kind words and bringing in some friends. Appreciate it. And thanks to Cosmic for the moderation. Always a good time. Good to see the regulars. I'm sure I will see you back here tomorrow. And until then, have a good Saturday. Bye for now.